Man, I sure can't wait for my thoughts to get invaded.
Boom!
Ah!
Invading!
All right, you wanna do our little clappy boy?
Yep, again.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Great.
I faced inwards towards my clear and empty room that time.
Wonderful.
Yep.
I pictured like an empty room, but this time you just have like a life-sized doll of like Hatsune Miku just sitting in the corner. She is ragged and clearly used.
That's what I spent all my furniture money on. I don't even sleep on the bed. I just sleep on the cold hardwood floor. As you can probably tell by the X-Wing, there's no carpet either. So
by the dent in the floor. That's the floor hole.
Yeah, I sleep in that dent.
A Wavetro shaped hole. While I was resetting my PC, I said to my editor, "This is so scuffed, it's literally already 3 recordings," and then his POV. And he goes, "Can I edit it?" with the flushed emoji. Yeah, you sure can, Angel.
Can I have paycheck,
please, sir.
Mr. Jeff Holmes,
I would love to eat today. So, I try to do a little bit of prep before each Friend Friday so that I don't just enter these sounding like a babbling idiot. And I have what I believe to be the worst checklist here of all time. It's like a list of discussion topics, and at the very top it just says "crack jokes" with 3 exclamation points with 3 question marks.
Be funny.
Try to be entertaining. I don't know.
So let me talk about the first step, picking your character, right?
Yeah,
so,
give me the TLDR of this.
Okay, so Locksmith. Only play Locksmith if you're so good at the game and you want to feel pain in your life, because all I can do is open locks really fast.
Boom, done.
Okay, look out. This is for like the one person who's playing at your house and is like really shit at video games, and they're best when they're not moving at all, because when you stop moving, you can see the locations around every wall of where every guard is.
It's the little brother's controller?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pickpocket. This is the Chad pickpocket.
Ah, yes.
Since this game is like Banjo-Kazooie, where if you don't collect all the coins, you'll get minus points at the end on your time. But the pickpocket has a monkey that runs around and grabs nearby coins for you anyway, so it's useful. And then finally, the cleaner. Unfortunately, the even chatter cleaner.
An even chatter.
Yeah, even chatter, right? What this guy can do is when a guard is not noticing you, which should be hopefully all the time if you're sneaky enough, you can like basically knock him out with like sleeping chloroform, whatever the fuck it's called.
Okay.
It's overpowered.
Chloroform, I believe. OP. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'd recommend. Yeah,
I was sold at Monkey.
Okay, and then here's like the story, right? It's basically a bunch of criminals in Monaco, which is basically France too, and then we're breaking out. That's basically it.
Electric Boogaloo. This is all.
Okay. There we go.
My editor can watch that at half speed and pick through anything interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So
or not.
Here's the first thing you gotta know. To interact with things, you just have to walk into them. Like just walk into this icon of a lock, and that's the door of your jail. Now we're out of the jail.
Okay, so we can just. We don't need a locksmith. Okay, I thought only some doors were only accessible.
Now if you're a locksmith, you just open those faster, which only helps like much later on. And those are guys that just stand there and give exposition. They're not harmful.
Very interesting that they don't make it so if 2 players are unpicking a lock, it doesn't go faster.
Yeah.
I understand.
Here's one of the cool things you can interact with. The light bulb cuts the power.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, no guard can come here to flick it back on, but normally a guard would come over here to investigate.
Okay, so we are.
Yeah, we're fine right now. That's just showing you. Come in here.
What is this?
So this is where you can hide from guards. Guards cannot get you here no matter what. Even if they climb up there, they can't see you for whatever reason. They're stupid.
Safe haven. Neat.
Now we're gonna head up here. To escape a guard, you have to break their line of sight. So, example, let me show you. I'm gonna get in trouble with this guy.
Okay.
Hey, it's me. Uh-oh.
Oh no, the Metal Gear.
Oh no, I'm getting chased.
Get
oh
him.
god. Oh no. But here's how you can like hide. See, he stopped because he lost me because I was faster than him. Okay, wait, come in here. Wait, come here. I know
truly chaotic neutral.
Yeah. Have your monkey grab these coins.
Ooh, the guard's here.
I got
and that doesn't matter. Okay.
Blah, blah,
Go to the
blah.
passport store.
We gotta escape France too. I think they're in Monaco. I mean, the game's called Monaco, so. All right, this is where you learn how to shoot, or at least, shooting. So you pick
Monaco
up a gun.
2, Electric Boogaloo.
Uh-oh. Well, now here's the thing, right? Every 8 coins, you get a new ammo round of your item.
Cool.
So now you can just point your gun at the guy and go shoot him. Kill the man. Kill him.
Yomp.
He's fucking dead.
Oh, that's so graphic. Censor
kill
that.
the man.
Censor that. Too realistic.
Yeah.
Now for some exposition type interviewee business.
Sure
What
thing.
you have a little bit of a following on YouTube so far. What it really inspired you to be like, you know what, I wanna make content that I'm gonna put on YouTube. What was it intended? Did you mean to become a YouTuber, or was it just chance?
Kind of yes and no. The way it started was that it's actually a really good challenge for me because I'm usually know this level like the back of my hand, but now I actually have to think about the words while also playing. So it started with me like making like crappy stop motion animations. You know, like when everyone makes a Lego animation at one point in their
Yeah,
lives.
yeah.
And sorry about that.
That's
And
fine.
let's go down here. And so I basically did it with some toy series called Go-Go's Crazy Bones. But for whatever reason, there was like a demand for people who liked this toy to hang on. Oh, you're now the mole. You can dig through walls.
Great.
Whatever. Yeah, you could. That'll keep you busy. Could you dig left so we can continue?
Sure.
Anyway.
Chaotic neutral.
What basically happened? Oh, can I get that coin? I really want that coin. Thank you. Oh, I mean, you got it, but yeah.
Yeah.
So let's
Team
keep going.
effort.
So basically, how it went down was that even though it wasn't much of a following at all, the fact that there was any following at all, like
Yeah, you were providing a
kinda
service
crazy.
to the people who
the year was
heavy in
2010, and I got like 200 subscribers in a year, and I was like, what the freak?
Okay.
Oh my god,
And-
that's so many.
And if you don't mind me asking, how old were you at the time? 10 years ago?
11. Well, I mean 10 when I started, 11 over the summer.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you were a childhood success.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, 200 subscriber.
That's a big deal when you're 10. Like, I have 300 subs now, and I'm like, oh my god, 300 subscribers. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, the toy was called Go-Go's Crazy Bones. It's the most unintuitive name ever. But basically, the channel I had was called Cooler Now 123 because that was my first ever username. So
Of course.
obviously, it sounds like a child made it. But
Of course.
that basically, at that point, there was actually a fan base for my style of videos, and there was actually other kids like using their Go-Go's Crazy Bones to emulate like the same thing I did. Like they used the same 3 toys that I picked from
Oh,
the
okay.
same Lego house, and I was like, how is a kid and all like the fans were of the same age watching me and trying to copy me? I'm just a kid
You
like
set the
you. This is
foundation.
kinda nuts.
Okay.
What this basically led to was just kind of like this sort of mindset of me thinking like, oh, let me show you lasers, by the way. As you see here, when it's
Yeah.
red,
Yep.
don't set them off, but when it's white, you can walk through them.
Oh.
Well,
Oh
okay, well,
no, Wavetro! I've
it's okay.
scorned
just
us.
hide in here. Can't get us here. Anyways, I started getting like this mindset that I started like kind of owing like this fan base that I had. Like, oh, I gotta keep making great stuff with these characters.
Yeah,
I
you wanna
made
keep 'em
with
happy.
this toy series that I had come
Yeah,
up with.
yeah.
And even long after the toy series died,
Mhm.
I still kept making it, and I built up to like a nice, healthy 400, which is like,
Yeah.
all right, it's cool.
That's a
And
foundation.
then comes high school when it's like, all right, you know what? I'm kind of tired of this. I feel like I've done everything I wanted to do.
Yep. You accomplished your goal.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, let me make a final episode, and I'm just gonna move on. And then that's where things started to get a little ugly. Because what basically happened was that these fans like really, really liked what I made. I mean, like really. And the thing is that at the time I was the only guy who like made videos of oh, there's a guard there. Well,
You were the only one doing it at the time?
at the time I was doing it with like an established, like I was the most established guy there. If there was other people there, it would take them like forever to like build up the same level I did because I had like the first movers advantage. And basically,
Yeah.
long story short, I was like the only guy doing it. I was like the big pillar of it. And not to mention, like there was other people like at the same time, you know, like Markiplier's Tip the PewDiePie at the
Yeah,
same time.
that was kind of the rise of YouTube.
Yeah, but the thing with them is that those people who had the same quality as me didn't keep their videos. They just nuked the channel because, you know, they're busy like doing whatever teenagers and
Yeah, they got
2015 were more
more
interested in.
stuff going on, of course.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, I'll keep my videos up. You know, I know a lot of people like try to, thank you for taking that laser out from me.
Yeah, you got
I know other people try to like get rid of their stuff for being like kitties, like, oh, it's cringe. Let me remove it. But there was at least like some like original narrative. Why did I turn that off? It's like so hard to play this game on mental autopilot. Anyways, it was like a point of like, there's like some narrative quality to this. I'll leave those up, and it's a good thing I did because those fans were like saying, please come back, please. We love the stuff you make.
We miss
Oh
you
my-"
cooler now.
Literally that. And actually, I was about to say this later on, but I'll tell you this much. To this day, I still get people who find the Cooler Now 123 channel. Usually
It's still
kids
up?
do. Yes, it's still
So
up.
we can
and
find
they're
you right
still-
now.
Yes, and there's still people. It's
Cool.
kind of up. I basically like took all the video links and I like put them in an unlisted playlist.
Oh, okay,
And
so
then
they're unlisted. Okay.
only because I would keep they would be public. The only problem is that if I left them up, YouTube would be like, "Oh, this video's for kids," and then disable the comments section and permanently delete all those comments.
Oh. Well, can't
Now,
you go in the settings and say this is not made for kids now?
yes, but YouTube can also override the decision.
Oh, okay.
And that's also controlled by a bot. So I'd be like, "Oh, go crazy ball, that's for kids." No more
and
comments.
Fighting with YouTube is pretty much fruitless. So.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, but basically the point of that thing was like I was really guilty that I didn't want to make these kitty stop motions anymore. Now that I was going to high school, I was like,
Yep.
Can I take these characters elsewhere? And I was like, maybe there is another way. And I was looking into this program I found called Blender 3D.
That's where
like,
Blender comes in.
Yeah, that'll work. And so for a while, I was just like hacking away at making like a 3D debut of these new characters. I picked a new name, Robot Underscore, which a lot of people in other communities kind of still remember me for. This was like at this point, Cooler and I 123 was 2010 to 2013. Robot Underscore is 2014 to 2018. Yeah. So around that time. So at this point, this is my literally my teenage years. So
Angel, make a timeline for us at the end of this. give us a timeline of Wavetro's videos. Yeah. Now, when you started picking up Blender, that kind of transitions into my next question. Are you self-taught in Blender, or?
Yes, but that came with its own shit. I just set off the alarm. Just grab the coin. Let's go.
Oh god, oh fuck. Mom is gonna be pissed. So, you're self-taught in Blender.
Yep. And that basically had its ups and downs, because the good thing was that, like, my motivation was I want to bring this show over to 3D just to see what would happen. That was kind of like in a way, my only motivation for picking up Blender. Like, one of my art style really developed out of me taking shortcuts of not wanting to do specific things in Blender that are a lot more technical, or like, someone who's, how like to make good art, people like study anatomy or like color theory and all that extra stuff. And then on top of that, you can like build something amazing, great. I didn't do any of that. I was really not interested in that at all. And that would come to bite me in the ass later, but I wasn't fast enough. Ah, shit. Okay, just run around.
Get him!
Oh, he's hitting the monkey. Just run around him. There we go.
Oh, my monkey.
So as I was learning 3D, I was like learning the basics. I'm competent with the stuff, right? I know what to do. At some point, I was like, okay, I'm finally ready to like start this new 3D series. And then I made like a grand like transition. Oh, look, they're in stop motion. They're going to the 3D world. Which is, if you're like an old fan at the time, that was probably like fucking mind blowing.
You said you kind of transitioned from 2D. Was it from 2D to 3D?
No, from stop motion to 3D.
Stop motion to 3D. Now
2D was never in the picture.
Are these your
I should probably head to the car.
I'm just so fascinated by the story. Are they in the likeness of what your kind of figures look like now?
Up into the car. You're saying?
I kind of need to Google what your like Busy Bones.
Oh wait, no, I'll look it up for you. Give me.
I just need the reference so I can see what the original ones look like.
Here's the image. Ignore the shitty MSP.
Okay. So I can totally see the likeness between like what they looked like and like kind of where you are now. Like they do kind of. I see it. I really do see it. Yeah.
The thing about that you need to know here is that like the three characters at the front were like the main three characters of my show.
Okay.
These are part of this toy series Go-Go's Crazy Bones, and they're like only like an inch or two tall each, and behind it is like a vehicle that I pulled from an old Playmobil set, and that also became like part of the people's
meta.
Cooler Now 123 copycat videos.
Yeah, oh my god, that's so cool.
There's like I know there's still people who are still making the videos with those same characters right now, like
to this day.
Yeah, like there's like one guy named Domination Studios who's like still makes them, and he's gotten really good at them because he just kept making them, even like current year 2020, 10 years after I already started the thing.
Paved the way.
Yeah.
Oops, shout out to Domination. Shout out Domination Studios one time. So when you said you transitioned from these to from the stop motion to the 3D, did they look like what your style is right now, or were they kind of different and you kind of just like made little changes along the way? Like was it your current style from the get-go?
Oh, I tried to like perfectly reproduce them in 3D.
Oh, okay.
When
I see what you mean.
when I brought them. Yeah, and then like what I learned from modeling that as my 3D style progressed later on down the future, sort of like
You found
everything
your
I
own
did
style.
that, but less of a gigantic headache because it's such a fucking headache to perfectly model something. And that I never do
Yeah.
good like.
That's what I always feel like. If you try to strive for perfection most of the time, you will just kind of get winded and kind of lose your way. But if you just try to make things that make you happy or you find
Well,
what
the
works
monkey comes in.
best.
See, these have money, so the
Oh,
monkey
let
scrap.
them know. Yeah, funny monkey.
From that, I did an okay job at that, and then I try to make my animated series from that. And
Well,
also, do you want to see something bizarre about guards in this game?
yeah, let me see.
So let's say you kill a guard or kill the civilian, like I just did, and now see this guard comes over. He's like, "Oh my god, this person's dead." But since you can revive each other in this game, the guards are about to revive the civilian right here. Oh, I accidentally pushed him.
Oh, he put him back together, like
Yeah,
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yep. So yeah, I made my 3D series, and it's like the first episode was like guns blazing. It's like, oh, I put all my effort into it. It was idiots.exe episode 0. That's what I called it. And it was like,
I like that aesthetic. I love that aesthetic.
Yeah, and because the plot was like, oh, since they're computer animated, they're instead of living in real life and like having adventures around my bedroom because they're toys. Yeah, now they're like in a computer.
So, yeah, you can do whatever you want with them, really.
Yeah, and then that's where problems started to come up because what basically happened was that it's not very easy to make something entirely from 3D, as you probably
from nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, because getting up to that point where I made idiots.exe episode 0 and perfectly recreating all those Go-Go's toys up to that point, it's once you like run out of momentum from like after achieving an initial
pissing?
thrill.
Is this a toilet?
Oh yeah, you can piss.
Can I piss forever?
Yes.
This is incredible. You go on ahead. I'll stay here.
Okay, what basically started to happen was that it was getting tiring trying to make new episodes. I made an episode 1, that went fine. And then came episode 2, which was I was starting to like slow down, saying this is really tiring. I really don't want to like do this. I'm putting so much effort in like a single video at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, all right, maybe I should just step back and take a break. So I tried figure something else out in the meantime, and that's where the quest to the many years long quest to find the perfect video series began. Because eventually I had to go, sorry guys, I can't do this idiots.exe show. It's too much work for one guy. At this point I had like forgone my 3DS Mario Kart 7 days. I was cracked at Mario Kart, and for whatever reason I was like, am I a normal teenager? I don't play video games anymore. I just work on 3D. What's wrong with me? But whatever the case, I'm glad that, even though I spent so many years trying to like find a good balance between quantity and quality with my 3D videos at the time, it was a very long and brutal battle of just like trying a video series, like, guys, I gotta cancel it. It's too much. Try another one. Oh, still too much, etc. After I canceled the Go-Go's 3D series, idiots.exe.
Okay.
At this point, from here on out, I would constantly get comments saying, go back to stop motion, go back to idiots.exe.
We like the old stuff.
Yeah, one or the other. And it's like, I can't, it's too much work. I will literally die.
You can't please everybody. I get it.
Yeah, but at this point, it's pretty decent with Blender. I figured, okay, I noticed there's probably not a lot of, what kept me going now is saying, all right, I have this new channel. I am now good at 3D. I can't do Go-Go's anymore. Sucks a lot. Very sad. I only got into 3D because of the Go-Go's.
Because of the Go-Go's, yeah, they carried you.
Yeah, not because I liked art. It's kind of really painful to say, but it's because I didn't like because I'm like a creative person that enjoys making art. I just wanted to make this one thing. Maybe that still makes me an artist. But basically, I was like, wait, what if I find the perfect blend between 3D and YouTube? I can't name any 3D YouTuber that's big that isn't like a video game animation. There's like probably a huge gap for this.
Yeah, like Machinima and all them.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's all like all the big 3D animation things at the time. It was like 2014. All the big 3D animators were just like Minecraft animators, Machinima, and some shit, and the likes. I figured there's like this big gap for like original 3D animation, which is at that point I'd only been making this one original series of this really niche toy. So I figured I could find something that works like that. Let's keep moving. And so what basically happened was that I began trying out all those different video series, which had like this wonderful back catalog of 3D videos. Like, I'm saying wonderful now because like I put a lot of work into them, and I think they hold up pretty well, even though sometimes I just cringe thinking about the robot underscore channel, because all I can think about is all the times I made a series and I figured this is gonna be it. I make the video and it's like that was way too much work. This isn't it, and it was like so much fucking lost time trying to find the perfect thing.
I'm trying to get an idea of what I know you said stop motion. Was it similar to you just kind of created your own little adventure, kind of like Arby and the Chief? Are you ever familiar with Arby and the Chief?
Sounds familiar, but It's
where the guy kind of just took like these little Halo figures, like a Master Chief and like an Arbiter, and he would just kind of like do goofy little scenarios, and he would use like a Microsoft Sam voice for one of them. Yes, okay. So, where in the timeline are we now that you have you've kind of lost the inspiration for the Crazy Bones, and you're better at Blender, and that you're starting to make your own like the creative freedom.
3D series after 3D series. And like, look at all these characters I'm never going to use again because it's too much work to animate them regularly.
What year are we in the timeline now? Are you still in high school at this point?
Yeah, I'm still in high school. I kind of wasted a lot of time on this Blender shit.
Okay.
Kind of crippled me later on, but basically it came to a head with like when I got to college. So this is now end of 2017. I'm in college.
Okay.
I'd been spending all my free time on nothing but trying to get this Blender to work.
Now, so are you still the robot underscore?
Yes, I am. And it's robot underscore, all words spelled out. And so what basically happened at this point is my first semester at college. And see, the thing I really hate about my high school is that the guidance advisor made it seem like the only option for my future after high school is a 4-year college. So I figured, I didn't really think much of it. It's like, okay, I'm busy with my Blender anyway. I'll just pick this college, computer science, sounds decent. All right, cool. A lot
of high schools do that. They're just like, you have to go to, they kind of instill in your brain, like, if you want to be successful, you have to go get a degree.
Yeah, that's and if, it's like sometimes that makes sense, other times it doesn't. Of course, it's not like no one should go to college.
Yeah.
Also, not everyone should go to college. But what basically happened was that I'd accidentally, just walked myself into like a massive fucking disaster because I got to my first semester of college and that was painful.
Yeah, you kind of painted yourself in a corner with that one.
Yeah, that was like one of them probably. I know I've only lived like 2 decades, so I can say this. I haven't lived through much. It was probably the most painful point in my life in recent memory because I just felt like a complete idiot all the time. And so at this point, I was like, okay, I'm stuck in this situation. I guess I gotta get a job and go in the real world and shit. And since I'm in this coding program degree, whatever, I guess I gotta put away the 3D and do coding and for a living. So I like. Oh, that's right. Oh my god, I forgot.
So you've always kind of had like a knack for computers and been technologically proficient?
Yes. I was like the family. There was a guy in the family who was like, "Hey, the internet's not working." I come over there, I turn it off, and I was like, "Oh, you're such a genius! You're such a genius, George! Oh my god!"
You're the only person in the family who can figure out HDMI 2.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, my family has finally figured that out by themselves. But like early on, I'd be like the one kid that would sit down and like really figure out how can I get my
where are we going from here?
To work? And then my mom's like, get the Roku to work too. I was like, okay, mom. Okay, so at this point, we are now at the beginning of.
You're in college at this point.
Yeah, 2018 freshman year, spring semester. So 2 out of 8 semesters in like a 4-year college.
Perfect.
Still in computer science. I forgot. I didn't come to the realization yet to let go of YouTube and 3D yet, even though I'd spent like a disproportionate amount of time learning 3D. So
yeah.
Of course, I would naturally come back to it later. But anyways, the last ditch effort I had was, okay, 3D videos just take forever to make in general. Let me try streaming my 3D. And this was probably this is like watching a car crash in slow motion. I remember someone on a Discord server told me like
that's my entire channel now.
Like a lot of Connors that I know. Anyways,
Connor 01?
No. I built like these insane stream alerts and like this layout, and it was like, oh, this is gonna be so good. People are gonna watch me do 3D, and it's gonna be awesome. And then like the first day of the stream comes, like I made like little invites saying, hey, come to my first stream, and I send it like 30 Discord friends. And then the day comes, and I try to start live streaming, and I realized, I should have just tried live streaming first in general because I learned that I cannot focus on maintaining a chat, moderating that said chat, and entertaining said chat while working on 3D. Like, it was immediately apparent.
It's tough.
Like,
it's like a one-person circus, I understand.
Yeah, and it wasn't the stream was like 5-10 minutes top. I was like, I can't do anything. Oh my god. And I was like, killed this. I just killed. Oh fuck, wrong way. No.
Oh Jesus Christ! I'm going back up. I'm overwhelmed.
Up. We're going up. Oh yeah, so that was when I realized, okay, this 3D shit, this YouTube shit, this Twitch shit, this is not gonna work. Let me just stop for now. Let me just focus on code. And so, for the time being in 2018, the dream was dead, right?
Okay.
And so, Robot Underscore is now dead. Died February 2018. Done.
Rest
no
in
more.
peace.
So
Add that to the timeline.
I focused on code. In the meantime, while Robot Underscore was basically as a YouTube channel dead, but me using that as my internet username didn't fully die until 2018. Because what I did was, while I was learning code, I still had my own Discord server. I was like, okay.
Yes, classic Discord admin.
Yep, it's like, okay, let me just stream myself playing video games by myself in the meantime. And for whatever reason, the people on there really liked it when I streamed Hollow Knight, even though I sucked ass at the game and I had to ask chat what to do every time.
I've been there.
Yeah. So for a while, I did just that. I just played Hollow Knight and streamed for them, and it was pretty great. And then one day I reached the first ending of the game, but I was so tired of the game at that point. I was like, no, let me play something else, and I tried something else, and then
sounds like you lose steam kind of quickly after things that you're not super passionate about.
Yeah, it's like a big chicken chase. It's the wrong word, but it's like I have to keep looking for the one thing that sticks, otherwise it's gonna die instantly, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I did for a while, and then at the end of the year, there's some drama on my server, and it was I realized, oh gee, I really did not moderate this place well, and it's kind of a wasteland. So at that point, me trying to continue to run that server, as well as try to play video games that no one would come to watch, as well as studying code, was all collapsing on me. So I figured, let me take it a step further. I delete that server, and then at that point I delete my Twitter account with the old name Robot Underscore. And at that point I didn't interact with anyone online really for a while. I just figured, okay, I'm the drama that went down on the server, no more. I'm so sick of it. Let me just go focus on code by myself. And then even when all distractions were eliminated, everything was clear, I could go be a productive member of society.
Hooray!
I flunked hard in some of my core requirements for code. I was like, uh-oh, I fucked up. Code isn't my thing. Oh no. Oh no. I had to transfer into a digital media major so I could finish any sort of degree, because my parents were like, all right, yeah, you're not going to finish this computer science major. We'll let you switch into this other major that'll let you finish in 4 years. So I was like, okay, cool. And then at this point, I was kind of sitting there, going to my classes where you go learn about the Adobe Creative Suite. It was I mean, you could have learned this on your own with YouTube tutorials, but hey, at least I'm getting some kind of degree that employers will pay attention to, because employers love degrees too damn much. But anyways, at this point, like I said, I was only finishing. Oh.
All right.
At least if you stand over me, you can revive me. But yeah, just do that real quick. Thanks.
I'm just gonna.
Yep. Let's just jump into the car, just real quick.
Now, when you say Robot Underscore was dead, what did you take on a new name at that point, or did you just kind of fly under the radar and not kind of be anybody at all?
Yeah, from winter 2018 to
you were simply George.
2019. I was just George. I was a normal guy. Hey guys, I got my LinkedIn profile. I'm gonna go be a normal person in the real world.
Angel, in the timeline where it says George right here, I want you to put the default profile picture for Twitter user, just the silhouette.
Hey guys, it's me, George. I love going out and hanging out with people. I don't.
Did I ever say that George is my middle name?
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Jeff George Mahone. Yeah, cool.
Wow. Just gonna say my legal name like that? Incredible. That's okay.
I didn't say the last syllable. All right.
I still have plenty of questions, but I'd love for you to finish the timeline.
Yeah,
it's
we're
fascinating
gonna finish the timeline. Yes.
Yeah. Do that.
The story is always so long and convoluted, and it's every time someone interviews me, that story always takes up the entire time, and then I feel bad.
Well, it's fascinating. Please continue. So you're George, focusing on your code right now. I believe.
I was focusing on code. Now I'm focusing on this digital media degree, because the only reason I'm still in college is that my parents are really wanted me to have some sort of college degree.
I've been there. It's not great. I've been there.
Yep. So, and it's sort of hey, we support anything you do, but at the same time they're kind of holding you hostage because you depend on them all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. You haven't found out how to support yourself yet, and they're just as long as you do what we want you to do, we will let you live here. Yeah. And it's I'm not trapped or anything. This is fine.
Exactly.
But I get what you mean.
I mean, to give them credit, I didn't have a backup plan. You can only like say no to college if you have a backup plan. Never just drop out of college without a plan.
Yep. Sure, correct.
I mean, hey, look, you're doing streaming now, right? If you just dropped out of college just to say, oh, did you just disconnect?
I was looking for the right time to tell you that my game crashed. But I also am looking for the correct time to tell you that no, I don't have a backup plan, and that I just dove headfirst into the abyss that is streaming in the hopes of, like, I was a 25 viewer Andy getting 300 gifted subs a month, and now it pays my rent somehow. So you are George, and you are no longer doing the coding. You are working on the digital media. What does that entail exactly?
You kind of, it's like sort of like it's like barely into computer science, but not all the way in. Oh, dogs are fucking terrifying. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Anyways, it's like you're all the way into, you're like, it's just like the bare minimum of learning how to code, and not like having to learn like, here's how, okay? Don't worry about it. Just run over here. I'm holding this door open for you.
Get your bread up. Don't worry about me.
Okay. Anyways. Yeah, in the major, it's basically like a combination of like half useless, half useful, to put it lightly, because it's like half creative and art. Hey, how's it going?
I simply want to be creative for the rest of my life and be paid for it, and that's it.
Yeah. So it's half creative and like half technical, because like you're not like just being like, let's sneeze on a canvas and see how it's interpreted.
Yeah. Because
you're basically learning, here's how to use Adobe After Effects. You just had to use InDesign.
Yeah, you're being useful. You just have to apply it. I understand.
Yeah, it's like creative but useful. That's the degree. Although, to be honest, you don't really need to go to college for that. But yeah. At this point, I just wanted my parents to have me walk out in the world with a degree, so they'd leave me alone after those 4 years.
Yep, a nice man on YouTube will teach me everything I need to know, and then I just have to be cool or funny with it.
Yeah, and that made my life a lot better because...
Oh my goodness. So your parents will leave you alone after the degree, and so digital media is the move.
The degree switch really did a good thing for me, as in like, I was no longer stressing so much, because a lot of my stress is actually about code, not just the YouTube channel. Yeah. So as I'm like learning this creative stuff, I was saying, maybe I should try going back to YouTube. And I was saying, is it a good time? And I looked at, there was like several different reasons why I realized, okay, maybe I should try coming back.
YouTube's always constantly evolving and changing.
Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, it's okay. I'm just trying to add on to your... To your
One
story.
of the things that like made me come back that I can remember vividly is that the YouTube algorithm got its shit together, because for the longest time during the robot underscore age, the king of YouTube was the 10-minute video. Like long videos and frequent videos, like the more you uploaded, those were like dominating. Yeah, it's like short videos can now do well, and not only that, but even videos that are like years old can come back in your recommendations, and that's a really good thing. I was like, the algorithm is actually like, it's actually making YouTube look appealing again. So I figured, all right, let me try coming back then. So I fired up Blender again, which got a huge update. It was like, oh, look, all these cool new features and fast rendering. Awesome, good thing I came back. And it's
neat. And
I made like the one video, Andy and Bulb. That's what I made. It was for like a class anyway, so I figured, no, I gotta make it.
So are you Wavetro at this point?
Yeah, at this point I was like, all right, let me make something to go online, and I found like an old name that a friend and I were going to use to develop games together, because you know everyone at some point says, let's make games.
I'll be a game dev, fuck it.
Yeah, our studio name was going to be Wavetro, which I pronounced at the time Wavetro, but just call it Wavetro now since more people say that.
Okay.
And I figured, okay, let me put that name in, I'll register the username, I'll upload Andy and Bulb. I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool, but I did not tell robot underscore yet, like the fans over there yet. So it's still like, kind of.
So it's still a low key project.
Yeah, not to mention I was still bitter about kind of like the drama that. But yeah, I was still. Oh,
son of a bitch!
Survive that. Oh shit!
I got him. Oh, I.
You put him to sleep and I killed him.
Wow, what a peaceful death that he had. Boom. There we go.
All right, let's sneak past this. There we go. Yeah. Nice suit, by the way.
Thank you. I wanted to look dapper for this murder.
We went the wrong way. We were actually supposed to go down.
Oh, scary.
So yeah, at this point, I'm now back online as Wavetro. I was like, okay, let me try exploring other things. And then I made like the shit post video of like Ruffbin goes to the store. I don't know if you remember that one. And then I made the Dat Boy news story video, and that like
I really like that one. That one, like as a creative, that one spoke to me, because I was like, how did he come up with this? How did he? Where did you get the mindset of like, you know what? what if we interviewed a washed up meme from that perspective? And that just blew my mind. Like, never in a million years would I have thought of that. I was very much under the influence at that point. Okay, well, I've compromised this entire operation.
It's fine. You're alive. That's all that matters. Just go through here, pretend it didn't happen, throw a blanket over it.
Yep.
So yeah, I was experimenting with different videos that would later on blow up. Like, for example, right now my biggest video is like the shit post I made of the Dat Boy, like saying like the voicemail spam that I keep getting. And yeah, what else did I make that year? I also made like the video for lunch, which is now called Lunch Club. It wasn't called that at the time, where it's like on their
yeah, with their podcast, right?
Yeah, that's still my biggest video right now. And it's like, I would like my Dat Boy shit post to overtake it in views, because that'd be funny. But
that would be funny. Are you? I personally am a big fan of you had your friends make a pizza for you, and
oh yeah, that's
Blender.
one of how I decided. Like, I tried to come back with and like bring in the robot_fans with that one, because I figured I found it. I found the perfect formula. I gotta make a pizza with my friends, and then I dress it all up. It's gonna be awesome. I made the first one. It was great. Then I tried making a second and third one, and I wanted to get Connor Eats Pants on the fourth one, but Connor was like fucking psychic. He said, "Well, hold on there, George. Let me see how this series goes." Like, all right, no problem. It's gonna go great. I recorded with 2 other people, and then I come back to the drawing board. I'm like, wow, I fucking hate working on this. It happened again. I don't fucking believe it. It's end of 2019 at this point. I was like, I fucking just like that sort of thing to myself.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I had like also abandoned my promise of making episode 2 of K Folder, which is now another meme I get more often than Idiot Studying saying Coco's Crazy Bones. Where's K Folder 2? Where's K Folder episode 2? I mean, good. I mean, every right to ask, but
this tangent is amazing. You made a video about that where they're all at the airport, and you're like, everyone's like, where the fuck are the videos?
Yeah. So. Now we finally get the present day, beginning of 2020, the golden time.
Golden age.
All that fucking struggle with 3D, I finally found like the one video format that works. So I was like, oh, that helicopter over us doesn't matter until there's actually guards near us.
Okay, cool.
I figured, okay, let me try another video format. Let me try like moving them around like stick puppets, like Circle Tunes HD, or like a really fucking lazy person. And let me also try making the background just a static image, just like all these shortcuts. And it worked. I was like,
it does.
Oh, shit,
it's a very. Am I taking damage right now? I am taking damage right
yeah,
now.
it's
Oh,
fine.
I want it though. Oh, I'm gonna get there. Oh, I'm gonna get there. Oh, I'm good. Look at all that money.
And only your monkey has to like run back on the lava to get it.
Cool. Did my
Alright,
monkey
let's
take damage? No. Cool. Yeah, it's like that's such a unique style, and I feel like it really works out. It's kind of like this conversation is very helpful because when I first asked you to make something with me, you told me, well, I'd like to do something off camera because you wanted to work on the improv type stuff first before we do anything live. And then I was like, oh, great, cool. So we'll just play a game. And then in my head for like, I swear to God, for the first like 3 weeks after that conversation, I was like, what am I going to ask Wavetro to do? I very much want to make stuff with him, but all I know that he's ever made was the 3D Blender stuff.
It's hard to like find like that common ground.
I was like, I don't really know what else he can do. Not that I didn't have faith in you, but I was like, I don't know how we're supposed to bounce off each other because I only know his humor through his Blender stuff. Yeah. And eventually I was like, low-key, kind of not low-key. I created Friend Friday as a way to kind of, it was a conduit of like, okay, maybe we can like do it like that, and I can just like kind of incorporate other friends along the way. So that's why I want to kind of to guinea pig other friends with me, like Huth and Brody Z. And here we are. This is kind of what I've been working towards. I wrote down some short-term goals for myself, and one of them was to make something with you, and I'm very excited to be here. So I just want to say thank you again for coming on and spending some time with me.
No problem. Yeah, because like I was for me, it's since I'm only like known for doing that one thing. I usually get like kind of skittish when people like ask me specifically about a YouTube only thing or a Blender only thing, because like when it comes to YouTube only thing, when you think of a YouTuber or YouTube success, you immediately think of like the personality centric content.
Yeah. And I've noticed that too. Sometimes we'll be chilling in a Discord and there will be people be like, "Wait, you want to see some stuff, or like, can you help me?" And I'm just like, "Don't bother my content creator friends. Please don't scare them away."
That's the other half of the coin. Shout outs to was it You know, the other half of the coin is that people also, since I'm also like the Blender guy, people only see me as the Blender guy. Who's like, yeah, I like art. I like trying out new things when it's video. I just like finishing the goddamn video.
Yeah.
So with so I had one person reach out to me. Shout out to Zona, and she was like telling me, oh, how do I do this? I was like, I'll show you. That. How do I do that? I was like, all right, that's how you do it. I was like, okay,
I missed the track shot.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I don't have any tracks left. Oh no!
I'm never gonna hear from this person again after answering 2 Blender questions. But Zona kept going. So shout out to her. Good luck on the Blender journey, because like, not because you know Blender's fucking brutal to learn. It really is. You have to be an absolute
brutal.
Maniac to like pick it up and fully learn it. So yeah, but yeah, that goes back to like that one effect that happens of people either ask me something about YouTube or Blender. I'm not like fully qualified for it because I'm not a YouTube personality.
I understand all too well. Artist. I have a couple people reach out to me like, hey, do you know how to do this, this, and this on stream? And I'm like, yes, I do. And like I helped out a couple times, and now it's like every day they're just like, how do I do this? And I'm like, I don't mind helping, but I don't feel like I should be the go-to guy. Not that I don't want to help you or that it doesn't bother me.
I like helping Zona and everyone else too.
Yeah. I would love to help. It's just like I am the most scuffed human alive, and I wouldn't trust me if I were you.
Yeah, but that's exactly the same thing as I feel. Yeah. So where do I bring this up? Okay, so now we're in current year 2020.
Now we're Wavetro, and you've been making your stickmen.
Yeah, the stickmen videos. It's like, it's working. Let me crank out a bunch more. So here's the thing that started with the videos, and now you're wondering what happened to them. How come the last upload was in July? So when I first started, I was like, oh my god, I'm cranking them out 1 video every 3 or 4 days. This is insane. Twice a week, and I just like kept shitting.
And they were all great. They were all hits, by the way.
Yeah, I was like, finally, I figured it out. I can get all these repressed ideas out, and then like it slowed down. I was like, okay, this is pretty good, but I'm kind of neglecting my health a lot from doing like thinking about Blender like 20 hours a day.
Mental, physical, both, other.
Yeah, so I figured, okay, let me do videos every Thursday, and then I did that for a while, and then
it was more of a question. When you said neglecting your health, mental, physical, other.
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Understandable.
It was like, wake up, think about writing a video, make a video, upload, repeat. Forget physical health and mental health. just work.
Yep. Right? Just you gotta crank up. You gotta get those views. You gotta. We are slaves to the algorithm, is what this is.
So yeah, in January it was every 4 days, and then February was like, okay, I need to be healthier every Thursday, and I did that for a bit. And I think my best videos were like around February or March, and then at some point I was like, I'm kind of running out of ideas. Let me just slow down to wheneverly, and I'll just upload like 3 times a month, and then I did that. And I was still going strong, and then came like May around there, where it's like, okay, I'm doing really good with this. Let me just put it on hold real quick, because I want to set up like a shop and a Patreon, and then I'll come back to this and keep it going.
Yeah.
So I like put that on hold, and I went and spent a month like putting together this really complicated Patreon with all these rewards, and then I also put the shop on hold because COVID, and then fucking COVID, man. And then I came back in June. I was like, hey guys, Patreon, it's open. And then it's like, all right, let me make this video in June. And then it was like, I started to work, and I was like, this is really fucking. It's really annoying. Why is
draining, right?
It's raining? Oh, well,
no, I said it's draining. Like, did it drain you? Is that what you're?
It's more like I didn't realize how much I relied on momentum. Right. I was
like, yeah, I know what you mean.
I was trying to get back into it. I was like, I gotta make this video come on, finish in June. But it was like, it's hard getting back to that because now at this point I had already been made aware, saying, George, you were really fucking unhealthy in the beginning of the year. Could you not do that again? I was like, yeah, no problem. And then I realized how much it's come to a head. I finally got a video out in July. And then I had to like cut back a bunch of like the Patreon rewards, and then I only made 3 Patreon videos because like I realized I can't work on Patreon videos and normal videos at the same time. Oh yeah, welcome to the hospital where you'll have people with tranquilizer darts.
Great.
They're called surgeons.
Anyway, now is the Patreon exclusive content? Is that what that is?
Yes, because I didn't want to like just take money and not give anything in return.
Yeah,
which is why I shut it down later. I made like 3 Patreon exclusive videos, and I was like, this is not going to work.
So you can no longer find them on Patreon?
Nope. The Patreon page is down, but then I took the 3 videos and I made them public. You can find them on the channel. It's a playlist called Behind the Scenes. Those 3 videos.
Oh, cool. I said, do you plan to upload them to YouTube at all?
No, they are on YouTube.
Oh, they already are. Okay.
Yeah. Just on my unbranded second channel.
Oh, cool.
Which the thing about my second channel is it's not Wavetro 2 because I really hate the idea of like a channel called like something 2 getting bigger than the main channel. So I just called it Jinjo Gaming because of an inside joke from the pizza video.
Jinjo Gaming. My good friend Bill Puzzle Molto, he made one of my favorite Discord emotes ever, which is called Jinjo Gun. It's just the goofy little Jinjo, but it has like the gun in his hands. Big fan of that one.
So we're now in August. Yeah. So January through April.
And when was Airbnb? Airbnb was July, yeah.
Yeah, it was July. It's supposed to come out in June, and so I figured, okay, I finished my 3 behind the scenes videos. I'm just gonna close down the Patreon, just get back to this, and let me get my footing back in August. But at this point, I was already really beaten down with momentum of trying to finish. And on top of that, I was starting to notice I was actually kind of running low on ideas. Like all my ideas I originally had were now like already as videos, and I didn't want to be repetitive.
Correct.
So, and then what basically happened, unfortunately, happened to be like a nail in the coffin in a way. On the way down, not like final nail in the coffin, but like really dragging me down was that in August I paid for a video game and I played it, and that's really bad because I got really obsessed with it. It was called Fall Guys, and I got to level 40 in 60 hours, and then by the time I finished, it was September, and it was like, oh my god, oh my fucking god.
So what you're telling us is Fall Guys ruined your career?
Yes.
Put that in the timeline. Fall Guys releases.
Yeah, Fall Guys ruined me. Good thing I can't really get into Among Us. God knows where I'd be right now. I was like, Jeff, I can't play with you. I'm playing Among Us. Ooh,
oh my god. Among Us was cool like the first like 6 times when I played with friends, and then everyone and their grandmother was like, play Among Us, and I'm just like, even if I wasn't the imposter, I would kill you. I would do it.
I mean, no disrespect to people who still enjoy it, but like, I gotta hand it to Among Us because like I remember over like July and August, I had like a really bad addiction to like watching XQC streams because he's such a bizarre individual. But when he started streaming nothing but Among Us, I was able to break free from the addiction.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's exactly like I couldn't be able to just watch someone play Among Us. I feel the same way about Among Us that I do with sports. It's like, yeah, it's cool if I'm playing and like I can watch a little bit of it, but I can't really commit myself to. Oh Jesus Christ, I got caught. I can't really commit myself to watching for an extended amount of time. Are we just hiding out here? Are they gonna?
Okay, so yeah, August Fall Guys is has ruined my momentum.
Has ruined your life.
Yeah, and September comes around, and now I'm in like my senior year of college, which is like right now, first of the final 2 semesters, and I got a lot of very boring reading and writing courses that take a lot of time. Not like what I had in the beginning of the year that let me do YouTube on the side.
Yeah, they're kind of just like mindless.
At this point, I was like really down. I was like, fucking shit, this is bad, and I don't want to make these videos anymore. Now what? So I figured, okay, let me sit back for a second. So for a long time, I was just trying to like go back and complete complete any sort of series, any sort of regular series, and have more success than Cooler Now 1, 2, 3 did, because that's what I just wanted to do for so long.
Still chasing that high, that 10-year-old high.
Yeah, and now I did it. I made the fucking series, and then I come to reality and realize how much work actually would go into maintaining it, and how much I'd have to throw away in my life to keep what I had built, and or keep continuing what it was already built. It was to keep building up on it into a job. And I also really didn't like. I really can't get into the thought of putting a sponsor in any one of the videos. I just can't. It's just like the part of the not aura, but like part of the core of like the Stickman videos feels like I can just make fun of anything, and being like, by the way, guys, I'm gonna shill NordVPN for 30 seconds. It just felt disingenuous.
Oh no, I'm getting beat up.
So now it's like all beat up, beat up like right now, and like bloody and tired. In September, I figured. Okay. Oh shit!
Go on without me.
Okay, I will save you. Just give me a second.
Take your time.
That unfolded so casual. Like you're like, I'm dying. He's like, yeah, I'm kind of like dying. Yeah. So coming to my bearings in like September, I was just like, you know what? Here's how I see it. Okay. I don't have to keep chasing this anymore. I did it. Yep. I built the series. I got bigger than that stupid 10-year-old me.
You've overcome 10-year-old crazy bones.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. I'm out of ammo. Give me 1 second.
Yeah,
I'll hide in here. Okay. Anyways,
take time.
yeah. So I figured, okay, I don't think YouTube as a living is gonna work unless I did some sort of channel where I could like chill out with the NordVPN and all that stuff, and not have it like directly associated to a single person.
Yeah,
Maybe
Raid
like
Shadow Legends.
or a team. Yeah, I just didn't like the idea of just being like being known for like the one guy. Hey, it's George online. He makes funny videos, and he also sells me Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't want to do that.
You don't want to be the guy who's Honey's bitch.
Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking now.
But
it's October,
hear me out.
November.
Apparently, they're paying out 6 figures. So I mean, I would let Honey tattoo it
you
on
are
me for that.
Jeff, you are destined for that. You absolutely should.
You think I'm gonna be Honey's bitch? Oh man. I don't know. Apparently, you know, for 6 figures, I would chill. I would do it. Apparently, they're paying out so much money. It's very hard to say no. But oh, I'm back! Oh!
Yeah,
I didn't even realize.
Over here.
Just hide the bush.
I'm in the bathroom. Stress peeing. Anyways,
do I have anything? Is there any way I can help you out here?
No, I'm good. We just gotta get to the top left. Anyways, so yeah, present day, we're here, November 20-something, 2020, and my thinking is, I've made a series, and it's not canceled, it's completed. I have not scrapped it. I have done everything I wanted to do, and I think I can now safely like give it an ending this December, because I promised people on the Patreon, hey, your names will go in a big list in the final video of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna make the last video in December and call the series done, and just move on to something else. Maybe not even 3D, because at this point I don't feel like I'll have to drag myself back into that, because I made the series. I did it.
Yeah.
I like fucking babbled for so many years, and now it's done. I have all these videos that people come back and can rewatch. Right? It's not like my favorite YouTuber is this, but I can't name a favorite video because it makes so much.
So many. Yeah.
So yeah,
thank you for that, because I was about to alert them.
That took way too long, but as far as I know, that's the entire story.
That's the timeline of Wavetro. Wonderful. Let's put a completed timeline on the screen right now.
I'm so sorry to the editor.
Use creative freedom on that one, Angel.
Yeah.
All
right.
So let's move on to some of my other questions. Thank you for. Oh no!
I'm going here.
I'm gonna go up here.
Good idea.
Ooh.
There you go.
Yeah, cool.
Alright, so we can finally move on to the other question.
Yeah, for question number 2.
How much time that story takes.
It's fine. You already answered. Did you teach yourself Blender? Yes. All right. Now, where do you? This just extends the timeline. Where do you see the future of your channel going? Do you see? Are you gonna rebrand to a different channel and start to pick something else up? Are you gonna stick to your degree and be low key about it? Are you gonna continue to be a creative? Just give me.
I'm glad you asked. Cool. So let's talk about the future.
The future of Wavetro.
Right. So December 2020. End the Stickman series. So that way the series was always good. It died when you know.
You were never washed.
Yeah. I can't be washed if my series is over.
So true.
Right. But anyways, after I do that, I kind of just want to not be Wavetro, the 3D guy, the YouTube guy anymore. I just want Wavetro to be my name online, because what I'm going to do then is I'm going to put the channel into cryostasis, or rather, it's going to go into sort of suspended animation. Say, putting in the cryogenic freezer. It's not dead like robot underscore Fluor now.
Let me out.
Over there, Jeff?
Yep, I'm alright. I'm alright.
Okay.
I'm alright. I'm going up.
Just checking.
I'm living. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna just walk away from YouTube and not like worry about me clawing my way back, saying I could do it this time. I already did what I wanted to do. I could like breathe now.
Correct.
And yeah, now I just want to kind of finish my degree and then like get my footing. Like actually, I haven't had a job in forever. It'd be nice to have the feeling of regular income, other than the Patreon money, which thank you for anyone who donated to that. But yeah, I kind of just want to like take, because the thing with Wavetro is that now that this Stickman series is going to end this December.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I did not tell anyone that. That's a Jeff Mahomey exclusive.
Ooh, we can cut that out if you'd like.
No. Keep it in.
Let's go. Jeff Mahomey exclusive.
Yeah.
That's the treat for sitting through fucking 70 minutes of me babbling and being bad at this game and the Wavetro timeline. That's your little gift.
The grand finale this Christmas around there, or maybe December 31st at 11:59 p.m., whichever one comes earlier. Anyways,
okay. That's the deadline.
Yeah. There's still unfinished business on the channel, right? Because through all the corpses of canceled and unfulfilled shows, there's like the Cooler Now Winter 3 series, which got its fulfillment, the Stickman series, which is now going to get its fulfillment, but that leaves K-Folder, right? There was so much more I want to do with K-Folder. It would take a lot of work, but it's not all the kinds of work that makes me want to gouge my eyes out, like limb animation and all that.
And that's Andy and Bulb?
That's Andy and Bulb, yes. Okay. To finish that series, because I would like to finish that one day.
I believe that you only released one episode of that on YouTube, correct?
Yes, and I was going to make more, and then I got distracted. And thankfully, I got distracted to the point where I made the successful Stickman series this year. But now, I'm not going to have the spare time to continue K-Folder for a bit. But one day I will. One day I'll come back to that, and I'll finish that series, and then who knows what's going to happen there. But for the
maybe
meantime,
it will spark joy once again.
Yeah, because there, like I said, there's so much I still want to do with K-Folder, which is Andy and Bulb. But yeah, that's basically it. TLDR is finish Stickman December. Channel goes silent for a bit. Come back one day to finish K-Folder once I have like a better idea of how much free time I'll have. Because right now I got to finish my degree and actually get a job. And yeah, that's more or less it. Like finishing all that entire time, like, and I like look myself in the game again, and I'm just thinking to myself, you're taking so much goddamn time on this level.
The way you sound when you talk about finally being done with the Stickman series and kind of putting Wavetro into stasis is you sound so relieved. You sound like you're finally taking off like a 300-pound backpack that you've been carrying with you for so many years.
Yes.
Which
honestly, the healthier thing to do would have been to just let the backpack go and then never make the 3D series, but I somehow ended up doing it anyway.
Going back up.
So that's even better. Okay, we're going back up.
Let's go this way. Can you want to take them out?
No, we can't. Oh well, we'll just go in here. Yep. Oh, okay. Well,
go this way.
Go in here. Maybe. Oh, that's an alarm. I guess we'll go in here. We're gonna go up the sky.
Yep.
Go up here. Up we go. Yep, just like that. Okay.
Great. Next up, what are your favorite downtime activities when you're really looking for a little bit of need to get away? You're in the middle of a project and you're working on something. Be like, oh man, I need something to distract myself. Otherwise, I'm gonna get too burnt out too quick. What do you like to do in your downtime and when you're not working on stuff?
I'm so glad you asked, because the answer is so much goddamn YouTube. I am fucking addicted. Right?
You're a YouTube fiend.
Yep.
So nobody knows this except my roommate, because I was telling him about it and I was showing him the list. Since I was such a big fan of the Making a Pizza series and like you and your friends kind of goofing off and making that, I was like, wow, I love like the sense of humor, and I'm a big fan of him and his friends. Let me see if I can kind of get into his head and see where he kind of gets that from and what he enjoys watching on YouTube in his spare time. So that's why I asked you, can you point me in the right direction of
all the YouTube stuff that I watch?
Yeah, of your favorite YouTube stuff.
The gigantic list.
Did you take out that? Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, Jeff asked me that like a few days ago, and I sent him like this really, because I know it's like, oh, he wants to get inside my head of where I get my humor. Okay, here you go. Here's a very organized list. And so, yeah, you can actually, what you probably do is like give like the list to your editor.
Yeah, I can copy paste it to my editor.
Have like a grid of all the profile pictures of those YouTubers in the list on screen.
Yep, I'll organize that for them.
Yeah, that's basically but the reason why I can even naturally make videos is because I watch so goddamn many of them. Like, what's the most recent one I've been watching? There's like I don't usually watch too much of Critical, but he did like the in-person collab with the Ordinary Sausage, the guy who grinds up every single food ever to turn into a sausage. That's like
oh my god, I've never even heard of that. I love that.
Yeah, he's like this friendly Floridian man. It's such a great character.
Lovely.
What else?
I feel bad. I want to give some recommendations, but lately all I've been really doing is watching I've been watching like those Reddit videos where it's like,
it reads it out to you.
Yeah. The it's like most
the
updated or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the one the text to speech bot, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so easy to just have those kinds of videos while like you're doing something.
I fall asleep to them all the time.
Yeah, it's just like yes,
but
text to speech.
This is it's gonna sound silly saying out loud, but like whenever I have to recommend YouTube to someone, I'm like, just watch Wavetro, it's fine. Oh, my game crashed again! No!
No! Shit. It's okay. I'll finish.
Can I just rejoin?
This mission's a pain in the ass, and we're basically done with it. So
great.
Go to the next one.
So have you ever watched yourself? Have you considered it? I think you'd like it. I think you really.
I should check out this Wavetro guy. I wonder what he's like. Yeah.
You ever seen Goldfish, man? It's fucking hysterical.
Man, I mean Goldfish. That sounds great. I'll go check it out right now. Yeah. But yeah, if I can like also talk about some of those YouTubers from that list, I can say
yeah, go for it.
If you ask me who's the funniest guy on YouTube right now, I'd say Trevor Wallace, hands down. That guy's hilarious.
Tell me about that guy. I haven't had a chance to check him out because right after that I went on a little vacation, but I plan to, in my downtime, I plan to check out some of that stuff.
Yeah, cool. And let me invite you to the lobby. Do you have any other things on that list, or do you want me to talk about the YouTubers some more?
Yeah, I do actually. I was wondering if you had any inspiration. Like, did any of those maybe YouTubers inspire your sense of humor, or were you just like eating goldfish one day and were you like, oh, this would be funny or something like that? Or like, obviously for like the stuff like Airbnb, you had to have been to an Airbnb at least once because it's yes. Just like that.
Yes, here's the thing. My process is almost 100%. Oh, here's the thing I'm doing right now. Let me turn that into a video. It's really hard for me to go back in time and pinpoint a single creator that really like that I really idolized so much. Maybe I know during my second channel there was like
I timed out
source film. Oh shit! Should I invite you again?
Yeah, try it.
Yeah, try again. There was one time during my second channel was there was like a source filmmaker animator that I was really looking up to. But other than that lately, and especially during my childhood years, I didn't really have a single hero that I can really remember looking up to. It's sort of like a big patchwork mess of different ideas. Because like all my video ideas, from what I can mostly remember, at least 80% of the time, has just been me doing something one day like, well, I'll make a great video, and not because I saw some masterpiece on YouTube and thought I gotta make a video like that. I love this guy. I think about him all the time.
Yeah,
it was a mix of different people.
I get that kind of. There's not one solid there's not like one solid piece of work on YouTube that makes me think like, oh, I kind of want to be like that. Now I think it's safe to say we're kind of mutual fans of each other, but I watch your stuff and I'm like, man, I wanna be that funny. Oh my, what is this? Oh
yeah, that's a security camera. Just run across it
okay.
To the right as you can. Just don't stay in it too long.
Monkey, help! Okay.
There you go.
It's a little inspiring. It is, because it's like, oh, I wanna be that funny. It gets my creative juices flowing. I love surrounding it. I don't know how to explain this without kind of fumbling over my words, but
it was very smart of you.
So, yeah, okay, I'm not.
Here, come get this disguise.
Very intelligent. There's a handful of people in my life that kind of spark that same creative juice in my head. That's just like, okay, I understand where the thought process comes from and the kind of creative, funny juices.
Yeah, it's a good thing you asked me about the YouTubers I watch, because even though I don't have like a single YouTuber I idolize, that I do pick up a lot on like the pacing and like that stuff from them. And,
yeah, I think pacing is very important. Comedic timing is very slept on.
Yeah, and then the actual material, I don't know how to give tips on that. That one's kind of tricky. You kind of have to throw shit at the wall.
Yeah, hope it's that's my entire career, man.
Yeah.
My entire career is just shit falling off the wall.
Yeah, I mean, one day it's gonna stick and it's gonna be great.
I just gotta stick to it and hope that my rent keeps getting paid. So there was a loud bang. This might be the end of Jeff Mahomey as we know it. Oh, it's just my roommate. Thank God.
Okay, well that's good. Oh wait, we were just out here.
Great, we did it.
I think we have to go to the. I think we have to go to the top right or something. Not
okay.
Really paying attention to the game either.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I run into that every. Okay.
Me at the New York
What
City
else? So
turnstile.
we went
Yeah,
over
go
the
for it.
inspiration. So that's cool. My last and final question, really, and maybe we can finish off this level and wrap up.
Okay.
It was so funny watching you kind of panic and scatter over there. If you could go back and change one thing from your past, whether it be YouTube or picking a different degree or like whatever it may be, if you could change one thing in your current journey to get you to where you are right now, what would it be?
Ooh, okay, that's a good question. I remember I was saying earlier how there's so many different ways that things could have gone differently back then.
Mm-hmm.
I really like how things turned out now, like up to this point. Like, if I had done the reasonable thing and stopped chasing the YouTube 3D dream, I would have never made Wavetro or Stickmen. So
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be might be a lot to write this off, but I don't think I'd ever change anything before this year.
Okay, so you think
I could probably change something from this year. Like, I'm thinking back, and I kind of wish.
maybe would you pace yourself better and be less burnt out of?
I kind of wish I put way less thought into the Patreon. Like, I overthought that way too much. I mean, had I not overthought, I wouldn't have realized that if I wanted to really make it 3D my full-time job, then I would have to like you kind of do have to sell out to really make it a full-time job. There's a point where you have to.
Yeah.
I would have never agreed to that.
All right. Well, screw the
back
pooch
here.
on this one. I'm just gonna hop right in
push?
here.
Okay, no problem. Push. I'll go up here.
Just gonna push it.
Yeah.
So that's a good answer. I like that answer. Is that you wouldn't change anything before this year? That means you've been doing something right.
Yeah, because like, oh, man, had I not like dropped out of college, then I wouldn't have like. My name would probably still be Robot underscore, and I don't know if I would like that because I think about how I don't like that name. It's just so clunky and doesn't mean anything, and you're stuck to like this one thing of like a robot in your head. Whereas Wavetro is kind of like a nonsense word. It's like, what the hell is that? And then you see the video. Oh, okay, that's what Wavetro is. Or like Cooler Now 123. You look at that name, it's like, oh, a child made this username.
You know, I had some other questions, and I'm extremely scuffed, and I put everything together in 6 seconds. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I think I'm gonna start putting up different clips and stuff, and like clip compilations and whatnot, and just like short-term little content. Small doses of me, you know. That way, anybody can just kind of hop in and enjoy.
Yeah. It definitely focused. I think I kind of talked to myself once and say, hey, that'd be really great advice for someone else too. Is that try to like treat every video as if it's like someone who doesn't know you watching for the first time. I'll revive you.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I'll revive you in a second.
I didn't realize. I thought we were fine hidden. I looked at my phone for like 1 second to see what time it was.
Let me put, okay, lung goes here, movement goes there, neck goes here.
Thank you.
And yeah, you're good to go.
You forgot my penis, but that's all right. Don't really need it.
Yeah, just put it in your pocket. You can put it on later.
I'll just screw it back on.
Yeah, it's a whole discussion of like trying to nail down those words that I don't want to like keep driving this podcast any longer for your editors.
No, it's fine. It's I pay them well enough. It's fine. I feed them once a week and I clean their bowls, so they'll get that if they do well on this. But funny enough, the only thing on my list that I haven't crossed off is crack jokes ? That's the only thing I never crossed off. Do you have a joke for us? Give us a joke and we'll end on that.
Yeah. Hey guys, Gay Folder 2, more like coming 2037. Am I right?
Great. put a laugh track there and just vigorous clapping.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you
glad I got to show you this game.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun, actually. I'm not very good, but it was a lot of fun learning the different mechanics and trying to... It
just comes naturally, even when you're, like, not paying attention.
Yeah, I can just kind of shut off my brain and play this.
For everyone watching this, just try... when this game goes on sale, just try playing it with some of your friends on Steam or someone in person on, like, couch co-op with controllers. This game is, like, the best local co-op multiplayer game out there that I know of.
Wavetro, thank you so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. If you would like so, would you like to plug yourself here? If so, where can we find you? Where can we show you some love? And
Yeah,
we'll wrap up on that.
if you just go to wavetro.net, it's just all like the important sites, the YouTube, the Newgrounds, and Instagram, stuff like that. That's just what I like to put at the end of my video descriptions. Just if you want to know where I'm at 5 years from now, just go to that website, see where it takes you.
Wavetro.net. In 5 years, wavetro.net will link to clubhindsight.com. Mark my words.